Today on Straight Talk, I'm pleased to welcome Ed Nichols. He's the director of ISSA Show North America. Ed, it's a pleasure to have you on the program. And where are you?
Jeff, thank you. Always a pleasure to be on Straight Talk. Today, I'm in Venice, Florida, visiting family, balancing a little bit of work. I'm able to work from here while the kids get to enjoy some time with family before Christmas.
Sounds great. I'm in cold, dark Ohio, and I think you're you live up north of me even, so
I
uh,
do.
it's good to get away from winter.
It certainly is. We would not be able to do this outside if I were home right
Well, you could. You're tough.
now. Thank you.
Wouldn't be as enjoyable, that's for sure. Well, Ed, we're going to talk about the show, what
Okay.
we just enjoyed in 23,
Yep.
and also look at next year's show as well. But
Yep.
get started. Ed, you're kind of a new face of the industry here. Tell us how you became director of ISSA Show North America, and maybe a little bit about what you value the most about what you do now.
Absolutely. In short, my wife told me I needed to find balance in my life or she would leave me. And I'm not being funny. That's really how I ended up here. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I was the CEO of the Canadian and U.S. subsidiary for a German organizer. Took that position during COVID, and like many of those listening now, COVID was difficult. Money got tight, and we really struggled to keep our people. In events, we really had shut off the spigot from a revenue standpoint. So again, very, very difficult time. And as we saw that through and began recovery, my job was to make that happen. And I certainly took that in earnest. And about a year ago now, Christmas time, my wife explained to me that I needed to find a way to care as much about the family as I did this business. And that was eye-opening for me. So with that, I began a search, and I'm incredibly grateful to Kevin Thornton, Senior Vice President with Informa, and Kim Altoff, Senior Vice President with ISSA, that they saw my skill set and my experience to be a good match to join this team. So incredibly grateful to both of them for that. I think the second part of your question was what I value. Incredible industry. In the 4 months leading up to the show that I had the position, I immersed myself in trying to learn the market. But I knew being at the show was where I would be able to see, put faces to the names and the people that represent the market. And it's such a wonderful industry, very broad, but just such welcoming people. Incredibly excited about the diversity in this market. I've 30 years in trade shows, and I'm going to say that most markets, the demographic looks like me. So it was wonderful to see to meet the cleaning industry, to see the variety of people and backgrounds that make it up, from age to demographic to gender. And again, grateful and how welcoming everybody has been to me so far.
Great details, Ed, and I love the backstory. And your wife won, but I think you benefited, and we do.
Absolutely did.
Yeah. I have to imagine, Ed, that what you and your team does to produce a show is not that easy. There's probably a lot of details. Anything interesting you'd like to share that maybe those who attend the show just don't know about?
Yeah, at least that I think they don't. I mentioned I'm here with here at my parents' place, and I don't think my parents, after 30 years, know exactly what I do. But really, in putting on an event, a lot of folks ask, "Is that all you do?" And I would tell you that the 363 days between the event isn't long enough. We began working on the 24 event this year at the show. We had a full marketing team on site doing interviews to understand needs by demographic so that we could lay out what that strategy is going to look like for 2024. We had the ISSA leadership down to our headquarters in Dallas just earlier this month, so 2 weeks after the show. So in understanding needs of the market, laying out the strategy for how we're going to get there. And then really a lot of our efforts are put behind really promoting that, sharing that, right? Because if we're going to do that and nobody knows, well, it falls on deaf ears. So meeting the needs of the market, understanding very quickly how to do that, and then finding the most efficient and effective way to get that message out is what we spend our time doing. And again, once you're on the inside, you'll realize that the amount of time we have that year between events frequently isn't long enough.
I understand that because as media director, we're helping promote the show, and it's a all hands on deck effort.
What I would like to do, though, is the fruits of those labors, right? Delivering the product once a year is unique for many, but not for those of us in events. And you live with the successes or the challenges that come with that. When you asked about what I realized or what I like about the market, what I'd also like to do is I'm really impressed by the brand, right? The ISSA brand and the ISSA show. We were able to achieve this year with attendance, which is our product, right? The qualified buyers. With our co-located partner BSCAI, we'll be north of 13,000 industry professionals that came to this year's event, with excess of 600 exhibiting companies. So the other thing that I was incredibly fortunate with and excited about is the strength of the brand in the market, and then the strength of the team, both our association partner and those with Informa, to be able to deliver. So really, really excited to be here, excited about this year's event, and probably even more excited about the opportunities that lay before us for the ISSA show.
Agreed. Yeah, I look forward to that as well. So Ed, you've done one show, you walked the trade show floor, you went to networking events, you talked to a lot of people, shook a lot of hands.
Yep.
Two-part question. What's your impression of the cleaning industry since the show? And what do you value the most about just being there with everybody?
And great questions. Thank you for asking, Jeff. Valuing the cleaning industry, again, is the fabric of the people, I would say. While it's an incredibly professional marketplace, the amount of family-owned business, the amount of multi-generational folks in the business, was incredibly attractive and again incredibly welcoming. So what we do would be labeled business to business, but in so many ways I think there's a consumer aspect to that because it's so familial. At the same time, what I like about the event, and in this case there is some commonality, is the event becomes a homecoming in many ways for the market. I think in some ways it's also a pep rally, but being able to see old faces, being able to welcome new faces and see the changes in the market, and then really be able to leave the event feeling better about the business than when we showed up. And that doesn't mean that we're down, but after spending that time together, there's what we offer as organizers as far as education, there's what's available as far as exhibitors on the show floor, but it's invaluable just the person-to-person connections that are made. And leaving with that, I've not seen an event yet, and certainly I felt this way about the ISSA show, where people don't leave a little more energized, a little more excited about their business and what they're doing than when they showed up.
Now, Ed, you broke the mold in that you skipped the Las Vegas Convention Center for the show and had the show at Mandalay Bay, which I'll tell you, I enjoyed that. It was a good convention site. But you did that, and there was some reaction to that. What was the overall feedback from those you spoke with, whether it's exhibitors or attendees?
Yeah, if I might, Jeff, I'll back up slightly. The key to what we do is respecting a market. And I want to say, first and foremost, we had the utmost respect for the market. Understanding that other marketplaces had benefited from a campus-like feel like Mandalay Bay. So we've seen that successful elsewhere. We felt that this would benefit cleaning, but we certainly knew that that wasn't a layup, and did everything possible to make that an easy transition, but still felt strongly that at the end of the event that would receive passing grades. And the feedback thus far has been very positive. I will say going in, change is hard. And there was change. Why Mandalay Bay? There was some changes as far as familiarity with how maybe exhibitors order things. So those were things to navigate, but certainly two things that I came away with. One, that it was the goal, and that was leaving the convention center, walking amongst the properties, just to seeing all the badges. I mean, the industry took over the properties, and it felt like the event never really ended. And many of those that were concerned going in, rightfully so, concerned going in, came away feeling very positive about this. So we're excited about that. The intent for the near term is to stay there because we certainly believe that there is opportunity for us to continue to grow, to create more value and grow both the exhibitors and the attendees while we're there. We'll continue to stay close to the market to make sure that that works. But I did want to share, Jeff, if I might, that we currently have dates held through 2027 and certainly the dates for the 2024 event, excuse me, of November 18th to the 21st will be at Mandalay Bay again as well.
Yeah, I talked to some people at as well, and it was all good. I didn't hear any, like, I wish it was at the convention center. Nothing wrong with the convention center. It's a great
Right.
location. But yeah, right by the airport, easy to get around, and no busing.
Yes. Yes.
That was probably mentioned more than once to me.
I
No
will
busing,
say
no
this,
Uber.
Jeff. I mentioned, the number of badges I saw on the casino floors and throughout the properties after the show. And that was wonderful for me, again, that our folks had taken over the properties. I don't know how wise it is to keep your name badge on late into the evening. I might suggest to folks that they might want to take those off moving forward after about 6 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah, try to get some downtime, I imagine, and enjoy the city. Ed, I know, like we've talked about, it was your first show, but in your thinking here, what do attendees take away from attending a show like this? You know, you're from other industries as well, but big
And,
picture, what impact does a show like this have on an industry
yep.
in the next year?
Certainly, like I mentioned earlier, it brings the industry together and acts almost as a pep rally. But I'll say that I'm not doing my job if I'm not trying my utmost to understand what people come looking for, and at the same time, what are the challenges that they're facing. And we certainly came away with a laundry list of items, a laundry list, but certainly a robust list of to-dos as it relates to how BSCs and ISPs are being affected and what they're looking for. We've got a lot of M&A activity at the distributor level and just the varying needs there. So maybe what I'd like to share more is my responsibility, and what I'm excited about is coming out of the event, talking to as many people as we can, making sure that each event as we move forward better serves those markets. And I do feel strongly that we're in a good place to do that for 2024 and beyond.
So you mentioned 24, which, that's going to, according to what you said, it comes too quickly. What is planned?
I'm counting days. I am counting days.
So what can we expect as far as getting information on the next show, 2024, Mandalay Bay in Vegas? Like, when can we register? What big events do you have planned? Anything to share on that will just kind of whet our appetite for the next show?
Absolutely. So the call for papers, the opportunity to contribute to the conference, that'll open up very soon in the new year. If not January, probably see that February. The campaign itself will pick up in February. We've got a robust meeting, week-long meeting with our ISSA partner that'll finalize a number of our initiatives at that point. Registration, you should see late spring, and we'll certainly make sure to get information and more details out on that. And I think the big thing that we're looking at right now is innovation in our innovation program. It's such a storied program, and we know that the number one reason that the attendees across all demographics are attending to see both new product, but really see new innovation. So I think what you will absolutely see is a committed effort on our part collectively to really improve and amplify that program and make that a larger part of the show floor and the events around the show.
Fantastic. Okay. I think that is a driver for the show, the innovation, the equipment, what's new, what can I use to make my organization more efficient and work better. So ISSA Show is all about that. So thank you for being part of this team, Ed, to put that together.
Oh, very excited to be part of the team.